Hey guys, so today I want to talk to you about why I went 90% vegan. It happened about a month ago when I actually fully started doing it, and maybe almost 2 months ago I kind of realized that this is the direction that I need to be going in. I was in Ukraine at the time and I suddenly remembered myself. I remembered myself when I was a child. I remembered the feelings, the exact feelings that were running through me at that time, moments in time when I was walking on the street and really thinking about why I was being forced to eat like animal fat and animals, and how weird it was that, you know, we would have pets in our house, but then we would eat other animals, and none of it made sense to me. And I guess I didn't want to believe that human beings are bad, or that they're doing something bad, or that my parents are doing something bad, or that society that's telling me something, that it's doing something bad. Since then I've realized that the world is a lot more complicated, and that it's not necessarily the humans or the parents or the society that's doing something bad. Things that are happening that we can't really see, energies, negative energy that are pushing people toward this. The excuse I made back then, which is sort of an excuse, the rationalization I should say that I made back then, was that everything has feelings, that the carrot you pull out, it has feelings. You cut it up, it feels it. That plants have feelings. When you cut a flower, it feels that. Even a couch, inanimate objects, those have feelings too. Different kind of feelings. And while I still believe all of those things in a sense, I also think that there is a big difference. Veganism, or the trend toward it, has started quite a few years ago, right? Even though these things are known, they're not really on the surface. Veganism has become somewhat on the surface. I mean, we do know that human beings, for example, can live on just water, like pranayama, people who use sunshine. There are documented cases even in the literature or the news that show up on the daily basis. For some reason they're not being amplified. This isn't something that a human body cannot do, and it isn't something that's even difficult. In fact, it's better for your health. And I'm saying this because I've been doing it, and also because I've been researching it for many years. Even before I was ready to go down this road, the conclusions that I kept coming to were that it's greens and nuts that are the healthiest. It's all fruits really as well. The problem is people, they'll take one thing and they'll take it to an extreme. An example, like if you're diabetic, you probably shouldn't be having very, very sugary fruits and eating just that. Everything works in the context of the actual thing. There has to be context to each diet. But 90% vegan lifestyle will improve your health no matter what. Obviously there are details that you should be looking into. I mean, if you're eating chemicals or you're switching to highly processed vegan foods, probably that's not gonna help you, right? I mean, you have to be honest with yourself. It has to be whole foods, it has to be, you know, fresh, it has to be non-processed. The label will not tell you everything. So your own common sense and judgment will tell you a lot. Just think about it. Think about where it came from, how it came to be. If you go to a village and there's a grandmother who, you know, has a cow and she's been milking it for many years and she takes it to pasture every day, and the cow lives its whole life being properly treated, the milk from that cow and the cheese that comes from that cow, it's probably not going to be that bad for you. It might not even be bad for you at all. I just know that at this point in our society and what's happening around us, the best thing to do is to minimize it as much as you can, because it's important to be kind to all things that are around us, including humans. I find a big mistake with vegans, since I've been watching all these videos, I find a big mistake is that they tend to be really cruel to each other. And I think that's an error, because human beings, they're the most amazing thing that's around. We have such unlimited potential that we are not even aware of. A lot of blogs and a lot of the information that I've come across actually points to the fact that your potential will open up if you go in this direction, you'll be able to feel better and do more and think more outside the box, which will actually bring in creativity. Of course, it's a long path and it depends how healthy you've been eating all your life. And you have to expect some negatives as your body heals. As long as you're doing your research and you're not letting people push you in any direction that doesn't feel right, then you'll be fine. And I think all of us can be 90% vegan. At this point in my life, I'm not ready to give up having a social dinner with somebody. I'm not ready to say never again, because our society hasn't changed enough and we kind of need to support it. So this is my way of supporting it. I'm not saying I'll force myself to eat meat or fish or milk or anything like that. Say in a few months I can try it and see how it makes me feel, whether I still like it. It doesn't have to be 100% this or 100% that. We don't have to be extremist in any way. We can just say, hey, I'm gonna do this for now and see how I feel. And then just have a plan for yourself that you're gonna follow this more or less. As long as you stay within that margin, you'll be fine. You'll feel better, and that feeling of feeling better will push you forward further and further. For me, that's really the answer. So I really wanted to share that with you because I do feel better. I feel better now. You can see that I'm getting healthier. Of course, it's taking time. And of course, there are things that I'm figuring out and finding out. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys. And I'll see you soon.